Do you feel stuck ever in your business? Do you ever feel like, I just don't feel like I'm getting the recognition that I need. I just don't feel like I'm moving forwards. I feel like I'm never actually getting my name out there enough, and I'm trying really hard and I'm getting small publications but nothing big. Or maybe you feel like you're just constantly procrastinating. You're waiting for something and you don't understand why you can't get on bigger shows. You don't understand why you can't get the book deal you want. You don't understand around any of this stuff. All that stuff comes down to one thing: press.
The #1 motivational speaker under 40 in the world. We've got 1 billion views.
So let's just pause for a moment and understand this main thing. Why is press so important? Press is important because when other people are talking about you, you don't have to do it as much. You let other people do the bragging for you. You let other people put these amazing words about you and your business in their mouth and spread that to other people. So every time somebody goes online and types in your name or your brand, an amazing article comes up and it pops up on Google, and it's so cool having the press talking about you. Do you feel stuck ever in your business? Do you ever feel like, I just don't feel like I'm getting the recognition that I need. I just don't feel like I'm moving forwards. I feel like I'm never actually getting my name out there enough, and I'm trying really hard and I'm getting small publications but nothing big. Or maybe you feel like you're just constantly procrastinating. You're waiting for something and you don't understand why you can't get on bigger shows. You don't understand why you can't get the book deal you want. You don't understand around any of this stuff. We'll be talking about books as well today. So this is also on book publishing. All that stuff comes down to one thing: press. If you don't have press on you, publications, magazines talking about you, you don't have anything to leverage. You're going to the table with zero in the bank. You want to go with something like, hey, this is the value I can offer, and this publication says I'm the #1 at this, and this publication says we're the best at this, and this if you have all these publications talking about it, when people Google you, they're gonna wanna buy from you. People look at 3 things when they come across your page. #1, what value are you offering? #2, where have they seen you? That is your press. #3, who you're associated with. We did all of that in collaboration numerous times throughout the program. But boy, this is a big one. Press. Where have they seen you? So if you take a look here on the screen, these are some of the publications that I've been in. So when people come across my name, you can see all of these amazing publications that I've been in. We use it in our show reels. We use it at the beginning of our programs. We use it on my YouTube. We use this as my intro when I go on stage. And all these publications are just talking about me. So it's great. In Forbes Magazine, I'm written about as the #1 female motivational speaker under the age of 40. In Poosh Magazine, I'm a leading mindset coach. I'm influencives. I think it's top 10 podcasts. Like everywhere, there's an article about one of my areas. There's multiple articles. The New York Times covered my entire wedding. They flew in, they had a photographer there with us. It was beautiful. I've been in Business Insider, I've been in Vogue, Elle, the whole way up and down. And I'm talking recent, I'm talking like literally in the last year. It is so easy once you know how. And the once you know how is everything I've taught you so far up until this point, plus getting that first article out there to leverage your next one. So now you're understanding why it's so important. Leverage is the key word. If you have that first bit of press, you can use it to leverage you to get onto another show. Now, people always joke, they're like, Natasha, you married your PR guy. I was getting press before, but like, yeah, I married my PR guy. He owns one of the top 5 PR firms in the world. In Forbes Magazine, it says they're in the top 7, I think. It's amazing. Why is that so cool? Because he understands press, I understand the message, we put them together, it works. I'm not telling you need to go and marry my husband or you need to go and marry your PR guy, but what I am saying is get yourself a PR company. You don't have to use Mindful Media PR, my husband's company. You don't have to use them. We do look after some of the biggest stars in the world, some of the biggest thought leaders in the world, some of the biggest NFT companies and crypto companies. However, you don't have to use us. You need to use a results-based agency. What does that mean? Somebody who's already achieved and doing things in the same way that you want to. So if you want to be in certain publications, you want to be going with an agency or with a PR firm, with an agent who gets you into those publications. So Don't go with one that you've never seen results from, because that would be scary. I would never do that. I would never put money into something, and I would never advise putting money into something where you can't already see the results first. So make sure that you're choosing a company that you trust. Like, trust, know. Like, trust, know. Like them, you like their vibe, you like how they work. You trust them because, like with Mindful Media, the only company who I can think of right now who actually puts a retainer aside for your press. If you don't get the articles in that month, they don't take from the retainer. Every other press company I know of, apart from literally 2, you know what they do? You pay them, they will take the money, and then, oh, sorry, we didn't manage to get you in 2 articles this month, but next month we will, and they still take your money for that month. That is not where you want to be. You do not want to be with an agency like that, because then you're spending thousands a month, maybe tens of thousands a month, and getting squiddly dot. It's like Bob's your uncle, squiddly dot, Bob's your uncle. These mad things that I say. Press will change your life for the better, because when you control the narrative, you control your irresistible story, you choose what you want to have written, particularly with an agency like ours, it's so much better. So on that note, let's write what you would want the press to write about you. So I want you now to write down a paragraph on what this article would say if you had the chance to be the journalist yourself. If you were writing about yourself, you were the journalist. Remember, this is your movie. You get to choose your character and write your script. So let's write the first paragraph on what it sounds like. Here is literally written, and isn't it awesome, about yourself, what it is. So you've got to write what you would dream of having in your article. So what does that sound like? Let's use it right now. John Doe. It's always John Doe, isn't it? Let's use something more interesting. Jasmino Horatio. Jasmino Horatio. God, I love that name. Okay, so Jasmino Horatio is the #1 roofing expert in the whole of Utah. He created an amazing online business, reaching 2 million people, helping them to create their own sales businesses selling roofs. He began in MLM marketing companies and expanded to build his own 8-figure business. He is the most respected name in his field and has worked alongside the likes of Elon Musk and Natasha Graziano. Like, whatever, yeah? You've got to put really great things about yourself. Write that paragraph now. You've probably already started, but I just want to give you a moment to sit. I'm going to put some nice music on, and I want you to just write. Don't be shy, by the way. Write it, like, really go for it. Don't be shy. Just like write whatever feels good for you. Because let me tell you, if you don't write this in the way you want, no one's going to speak about it. Because what you're going to do when you go to your interviews, you're going to show up and say, oh, so in other publications, just so you like have an awareness about who I am, Jasmino Horatio, yeah, that's me. I'm talked about as like the #1 in Utah, just like for the heads up. And then boom, they might write it like that. Particularly if you work with something like Mindful Media, you have chance of actually controlling the narrative in so many better ways than anything else. And you know, we only work with mindful companies. Mindful Media is really great. They only work with mindful companies, which is really beautiful because they don't put press out there that is not actually helping people in the world. They're very specific on who they take on, which I really love, because otherwise it would just be putting out wank, and they're not. We're going to do a little bit of media training in a second. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to have somebody interview me and my team, and you're going to hear how you can respond to certain answers. When I say media training, you don't, if you're doing the right kind of press, you're not really going to be doing tabloidy stuff, so you don't need to worry about what you're saying, because it's always empowering the articles that you do when you have a good PR company, when you do something like Mindful Media. You know, it's always a good, empowering company that helps you to go to the next level with your business. It gets your brand out there, your name in the way that you want. But we're going to do a live interview to practice ready for your interview that you're going to be doing. Okay, so I'll ask the questions and you'll answer them, and we'll do it vice versa. You can see everything. Okay, so when you're doing your interview, remember to always give your 3 to 5 steps. So write that down, make sure you don't forget that. But also remember to give away a freebie if you can. If they let you use a hyperlink in the article, can you imagine? I was in an article recently, it has 45 million viewers a month. 45 million readers a month. That's monumental. That's bigger than most cities. It's incredible. But guess what that means when you're in an article like that? If I have a hyperlink in the article, do you know how many people are going to click that article and come and download my free product? And boom, I got more people in my network again. I got more people I can save the lives of and help. Isn't that awesome? So you want to make sure you always add a hyperlink into your articles. So you want to do an interview, and now we're going to dive in and do an example interview. We're going to do a mock interview just with my team right now, just to show you exactly how I navigate my answers when I'm in press interviews, when I'm in an article, when I'm speaking with a journalist. Remember, tabloidy stuff, like I was saying before, it's not as on your side as publications like business publications or glossy publications or beautiful publications that are empowering your message. Okay, let's do this.
So, Natasha, tell us a little bit about who you are.
So, hi, my name's Natasha, and I help people unlock their full human potential. I help them realize their limitless potential, activate it, and inject it into their business, helping them make millions. I love making people millionaires. That's a great line. I'm just going to freeze frame what I've just done. So that's a great line that I just said right there. Because as you saw, what I did was I said, I love making people millionaires. So that catchphrase is going to be something that would circulate. These are catchphrases. So things that you say could get circulated in other articles. You can also do things like this. I'm nicknamed the #1 female mindset coach in multiple publications. So again, there, I'm sort of telling them where I'm already known, right? And it has to be true, of course. So I'm already known in certain places. You could say something like, and I'm known as a leading coach in, and then whatever it is, farming or whatever it is, or like, holistic therapy, Reiki, whatever it is that you want to say. So do you see how you give them the words that you want to? Let's go back in. What else do? I help people to get their message clear, get their mindset right, and scale it out into the world in the press and on social media.
So, next question. What makes you unique versus all the other entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, podcasters out there in the world?
So my USP is that I go straight to the core problem of what they are facing, why they're stuck. They call what I do 3 years of therapy in 15 minutes. Another great catch line right there. And I help people using my MBS method. So most coaches haven't actually got a scientifically based program or something that they've created and trademarked, whereas I have the full-blown meditational behavioral synchronicity process, which I created to help people to meditate who can't usually meditate very easily. It's practiced by doctors, monks, psychologists, nurses, practitioners all over the world. And it helps people to meditate in a more scientific-based way. It's incredible for improving immunity. It helps you to lower blood pressure. I had a high blood pressure. My blood pressure has lowered astronomically since then. And yeah, it's great for physical benefits as well as mental benefits. And we've got patients at the moment who are undergoing MRIs and EEGs to prove how it actually changes your brain state and eradicates nerves, anxiety, and makes you genuinely more of a happy person. So I've dropped in right there some science, I've sort of geeked out on neuroscience a little bit there. I've dropped in why I'm different, and I've really put my method there behind it. So already that's like, ooh, she's used something really different that somebody else wouldn't have. So you can use facts and figures and numbers about your business and things that you do.
All right, and last question, Natasha. what is your number one tip for anyone watching this right now that wants to achieve some of the success that you've had?
Okay, so my number one tip would be this set of 3 things. Number 1, what value are you offering? Understand exactly what value you're offering. Number 2, where have they seen you? That's press. And number 3, who are you associated with? So the 3 things that I keynote all the time, I'm talking about right there. You see that? I'm literally talking about it right there. I'm saying those 3 pointers. And if you want to know more, anyone reading this right now, I have a free program where I coach this exact formula. The link is right here. And then I give it to the journalist there and then. I say, here's the program in case you want to insert it in. So that's really clever. I've given them my hyperlink, and then I say, so if you want to know, if you want any images of me for this article, I have the copyright on my photos. You have to make sure you have copyright on your pictures. I have the copyright on my pictures, and I would love to for my picture to be in the article too, if you want it. So should I just email you those pictures with the, she'll ask for the release form, etc. that you need to sign. Make sure you do own the pictures, however it is. And make sure they're professional. That's a whole other thing. Y'all need to get yourself a professional photo shoot done. Book a studio, go outdoors, get a photographer, go and get amazing headshots in outfits that represent you and your business, in outfits that represent what it is that you're putting across. So if your look is, here's what I always say for people in photo shoots. I'm giving you some absolute extra gold dust today. This is what I do a lot in the question and answer sessions, where I go into real fine art details, I call it. So if you wear thick necklaces, like big chunky necklaces, when you go to your photo shoot, double down on that. Anything that you do, multiply. Anything that you do, magnify. So if you wear gorgeous glasses, get a pair with a thick rim and really stand out as that. That is your unique look. That's your authentic look that you want to come through in all of your pictures, because you're gonna stand out. Really overdo anything that you like. If you like to wear leather, I love to wear leather. Get your leathers out there. It's faux leather, it's not real. Are you struggling to get your name and your brand out there in the world? Maybe you know how to earn the money, but your name is just not growing online. Maybe your social media is staying stagnated. Maybe you're not getting into the press in the way that you know you deserve to get your irresistible story out there. If that sounds like you, maybe you're a 6 or 7 entrepreneur and you are ready to go to the next level with your name, your brand in the world, I have just the thing for you. Right here below in this link is a free program that is going to show you a step-by-step 3-part guide into how to get more press, how to get on bigger stages, how to leverage that to get you onto bigger podcasts, get your name out there in the world, become a leading expert in your area, how to amplify your authority. Let me help you do that. Hit that link below and you'll get your 3-part process delivered right to you. So, you just get your leathers out there. You just choose whatever it is. If you wear rings, look, I wear rings, so I double down on the size of a thick ring. My son actually designed this for my Christmas present. It was very cute. He's only 5. With his, anyway, it wasn't him on his own. He had some help. But anyway, so you have this whole thing going on bigger because it overdoes it. I like wearing nails, so I get my nails designed real special and they send them in from London and I have them put on. Do you get it? You double down on anything that you do. You go over with anything. You don't need to dress add octopus tentacles onto you. That's going a bit too far. But be authentic to you. If you wear heels, wear an awesome pair of heels in your picture. Whatever you like to do. You like sparkles, do sparkles. If you're, into suits or you're into t-shirts with a suit over the top, make sure you've got your gold chain on. Whatever it is that does you, that says you, that speaks to your authentic self in your photo shoot. Okay? And we need good pictures of you, no matter who you are. You don't want to be masked. People want to know who's behind the brand. People want to know who that human is. It makes it more human and they're more likely to buy from you and become a long-term customer when they know who's behind the brand. Elon Musk is behind the brand. Jeff Bezos is behind the brand. Sarah Blakely's behind the brand. These people are uber successful and we know who their face is. And they've got lovely smiles. So they put that out there on camera. So you want to do that. You want to really get your name and your face out there in sync. So I hope that you now understand how to get press and what to do. You need to get yourself that agent, you need to do it. Now, I'm just gonna give you one more throwaway tip on how you can do it yourself if you don't wanna use an agency. If you decide, I don't actually wanna use an agency, I wanna do this all on my own, this is how you do it. You're gonna send an email, and you are gonna go on, say, LinkedIn, and it will take you quite a while if you do it this way, but the truth is you can do it this way. If you've got a few hours and you wanna just do this one day, you're gonna have to follow up with it, but you're gonna go on LinkedIn and you're gonna find people who work at publications, and you are going to go for like the editor-in-chief, the chief and editor. I really say that the wrong way around, but anyway, the top person in the publication, you're gonna write to them. And you're gonna find them, and then another one on LinkedIn, another one on LinkedIn, another one on LinkedIn. You're gonna email them. You're gonna say, hey, I love your publication, and I would absolutely love to share my top 3 tips on how to better your life in XYZ. Remember, as I told you. And I've already been in an article, which the one that we got you if you're on our live question and answers full mastermind. Okay, so then you send that same email out to multiple people. Now, here's what's really clever. You can add into the email a one-pager, which means you put together a PDF of you, and it will be somewhat like this. This is our one-pager. I can't believe I'm showing you this. This is so personal. This is our one-pager on who I am and what I do. Like it? That one page, it's got a picture of you, the publications that you've been in, the other press you've been in, etc., etc. And maybe it's got some like of your top accolades in there. Never massive bios. You just do like points, yeah? And then what's interesting about you, something like that, really simple to the point. That is our one page, and you attach that to the email. Simple as that. Bob's your uncle. If you watch this back, oh my God, you guys are gonna be like, she is so much. So, too much sauce. You can never be too much sauce, honey. So now you know what to do. You understand how to grow, how to go. Take action today. Make that one-pager. Send out some emails. Start interacting with other journalists, with publications, or get yourself a PR agency. Come to my in-person, and then you're gonna get another bit of press. And you're actually gonna get your speaking reel. Speaking reel is gonna help you get the bigger gigs. Oh, there's so many things in person. But if you can't, if you just wanna get yourself that PR agency, Mindful Media's, open, and know that they are taking on more. I say that right now, they're taking on more clients right now, but they always shut their books at some point in the year when they focus, and then they'll open up again. So right now it's open. I don't know what point you're watching this. So hopefully it's open, but yeah, go and get in touch with them as well. So thank you again. I want to give you a big hug. I'll see you soon.